Ja, hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Vlog. Wir sind jetzt hier auf dem Norisring und dort findet jetzt das zweite Rennwochenende vom NXT Gen Cup statt. Ja, zum Norisring ist eigentlich eine Stadtstrecke in Nürnberg. Also es geht wirklich quer durch enge Straßen. Das sind auch eine relativ kurze Strecke mit nur 4 Kurven. Aber die haben es halt in sich, weil daneben sind halt direkt die Wände, die, wenn man die berührt, nicht so gut sind fürs Auto. Und ja, jetzt geht's gleich rein ins erste freie Training und ich freue mich schon richtig darauf. Ja, das erste freie Training ist vorbei und es war eigentlich richtig gut, kam richtig gut klar mit dem Auto und mit der Strecke. War ich sogar am Ende auch auf Platz 3 mit meiner Zeit, die ich gefahren bin. Ja, aber erstmal nur zum Gewöhnen vom Auto und so weiter. Also hat richtig Spaß gemacht. Jetzt geht's gleich rein ins zweite freie Training. Mal schauen, wie das dann wird. Ja, der erste Tag hier auf dem Norisring ist vorbei. Wir hatten heute die ersten beiden freien Trainings. Ja, wie schon gesagt, ich bin das erste Mal jetzt hier auf der Strecke. Es war heute die erste Erfahrung, die ich hier sammeln konnte, auf der, ja, ich würde mal schon sagen, engen Stadtstrecke. Aber ja, bin sehr zufrieden. Beide Trainings auf Platz 3 jetzt am Ende abgeschlossen. Gut, Platzierungen sagen natürlich im Training noch nicht so viel aus. Das wird sich dann erst morgen im Qualify zeigen. Aber ja, ich bin sehr zuversichtlich und freue mich jetzt einfach richtig dann auf morgen, dass ich da wieder zeigen kann, was ich kann. Ja, gerade eben aus dem Auto raus, gerade war das erste Qualify und ja, bin nicht ganz so zufrieden. Es war eine richtige Windschattenschlacht und da muss ich mich taktisch mal noch ein bisschen anpassen, damit das richtig gut wird. Ich glaube, war jetzt am Ende Platz 3, aber ich hatte halt ein ziemliches Reifenblockieren in der Runde. Deswegen, ja, ich glaube 0,1 Sekunden fehlen auf Pole. Also es ist alles möglich im Rennen Und da freue ich mich richtig drauf.
Championship leader Lucas Stiefelhagen. You might ask myself, oh, we are already lights out and underway. That caught us off guard because we didn't see it there in the commentary booth. It's a good start though for Benjamin Mazatis. Philip Dietrich alongside him in the E-Car Expo, immediately drawing alongside into turn one though, inside for Benjamin Mazatis. You would say would be the preferable line. He does keep P1. Look on the inside though, the orange car of Maxim Dacha looking for a way through in the 67. But as it stands, the top five as they were from the line, Mazatis and Dietrich changing for P1, hand over fist. Inside now for the left-hander for Benjamin Mazatis, and finally those two have fought out. Who's going to lead this race? No, not quite yet, because here comes Philip Dietrich once again on the run into Dinsenkirchen. Once again, last quarter. If Maxim Dacha's smart here, he's going to work together with Dietrich.
We saw Bennett Earl in the Natiko car was almost caught in the wall there. Very close to the limit, Bennett Earl, as always.
Yeah. And has gone over the limit at Oschersleben a couple of times, so he knows exactly where that limit is this weekend. Did have a bit of a moment in qualifying into turn one, I think locked the rears, but managed to keep it pointing at least the right direction. And like I said in qualifying, do not forget that this race, this very venue, was of course the place where we had our closest ever finish in the NXT Gen Cup. So if you're on the Steintribune, on the start-finish straight, you're in for an absolute treat here. The front four, I mean, there's basically nothing between them.
No, and it looks like Maxim Dacha is pushing Philip Dietrich down to the last hairpin.
Here we go, Maxim Dacha. This time he has the inside. It's time for Maxim Dacha to lead. It's also time for Lucas Stiefelhagen to follow Maxim Dacha through. And all of a sudden, it's not Dietrich at the front, no. It's Maxim Dacha and then Lucas Stiefelhagen, Philip Dietrich, all the way down now in P3. Patricia Stolizzana, though, biding her time in the background.
And a fight at the top is really close. Maxim Dacha holding on to that lead, but Lucas Stiefelhagen, he's working so hard to try to get past. Of course, Lucas won the opening race last year at this exact track.
Lucas Stiefelhagen has decided that with 2 laps to go, it's now time to go for the attack, and this will be the moment where Maxim Dacha and Patricia Stolizzana and Benjamin Mazatis will close up. Mistake from Philip Dietrich, though, a little bit of a lock-up going into the corner. You can see how much they lose by just fighting going into turn one. Their whole lead of about 1.3 seconds, I think, has shrunk to about 0.5 of a second. 0.8 lost going side by side into turn one. Most crucially, though, Lucas Stiefelhagen has taken away the lead from Maxim Dacha. The question now is, who's going to get the victory? Is it Lucas Stiefelhagen or will it be Maxim Dacha? When will they use their push to pass? I have a feeling for sure coming out of the last corner. Wide though for Lucas Stiefelhagen. It's going to be once again a run to the line. Who's going to get it? Both will use push to pass. I'm quite sure Lucas Stiefelhagen, though, seems like he gets the run, and the Dutchman comes through to take victory in race number one like he did a year ago. Lucas Stiefelhagen wins ahead of Maxim Dacha at the Norisring. All right, it's time for the podium in NXT Gen Cup 1. And that in the end secured her a spot on the podium. Maxim Dacha finishes P2. Lost his lead on the second last lap of the race. Wins race number 1 here at the Norisring on Saturday.
Ja, das erste Rennen ist vorbei. War ziemlich gut, würde ich sagen. Jetzt am Ende Platz 2, bin von 3 gestartet. Ja, am Ende ein bisschen Problem gehabt mit dem Push-to-Pass. Der hat nicht so funktioniert, wie ich wollte. Deswegen war es am Ende ziemlich knapp. Aber ja, wie gesagt, war am Ende Platz 2 und gute Punkte für die Meisterschaft. Gerade eben haben wir auch das Auto ausgelost bekommen für das nächste Rennen auf dem Nürburgring. Da habe ich dann ein rotes diesmal. Und ja, aber wie gesagt, jetzt geht's gleich rein ins zweite Rennen. Da starte ich jetzt von Platz 7 wegen dem Reverse Grid. Und ja, freue mich einfach richtig. Mal schauen, wie weit es durchs Feld gehen kann.
5 red lights on the gantry. They're out. We're underway and racing. Julian Wörtele with a good start. Alex Gustafsson with a good start too. But most importantly, Olaf Va also with a good start. He keeps P2. Benjamin Mazatis in P4. Remember, he started pole position for race number 1. 3 wide going into turn 1 though. Alex Gustafsson all the way around the outside. The inside though opens up. Look at that. Julian Wörtele going very wide. And Olaf Va in his first weekend in the NXT Gen Cup leads this side of of Julian Wörtele. Getting through on the inside of Julian Wörtele, can now chase down Olaf at the front of the field, hoping then that Julian Wörtele can keep it or can hold him up. Maxim Dacher finished second in race 1. He's gone round coming out of turn 1, and he's at the complete back of the field.
Maxim Dacher in the championship.
Oi. From that camera angle, it looks quite bad for Philipp Dietrich. However, let's leave this to the stewards. It's a high stakes moment between these two. Yeah, going on to lap number 4. Olaf Vaz still at the front of the field, 4/10 the gap now to Alex Gustafsson, and it looks like he has some good pace though. Mazat is behind him, then Patricia Stalidzane. Remember, she had great pace in race number 1 too, but the gap was just a little big or a little too big to bridge. Up the inside comes Julian Wörtele.
Another dive bomb.
Yeah, well, I mean, he made it stick at least. Slippery surface flag is out. That's because there's gravel on the inside.
And we have a penalty for Philipp Dietrich, 10-second adding to race result for causing a collision. This is crucial for the championship.
Oh, look at that though, Julian Wörtele trying his move up the inside of Patricia Stalidzane. Patricia's going defensive very, very late. There's that confirmation of that 10-second time penalty that will be added to the race result for car number 71, Philipp Dietrich. Benjamin Mazat is also seemed to have picked up some pace from race 2 to this race, and especially, let's be honest, some racecraft. He was well, they played with him, it almost looked like, in race number 1. They pushed him around.
Yeah, he's now P2. Got past Alex Gustafsson.
Yeah, so Benjamin Mazat is looking for a win here in the race where, well, maybe no one expected him to do much from where he started. Look at that, a massive train, and, well, Alex Gustafsson from
they're pushing each other.
Alex Gustafsson from P1 all the way back to now P5, and that is how quickly it can go. Patricia Stalidzane, through all of that, has managed to get up into the podium, and it's still, can you imagine Olaf Vaz leading through all of that? Can he hang it round there? That's my question. Lucas Stiefelhagen, the outside for turn 2. Yes, he can hang it round. Inside for turn 3. No, has to give up that position to Sean Terry, who's now, I think, up into P5. And Sean Terry doing a great job too in the back line. Yeah, P5 it is indeed for him. No further action on that jump start for Andreas Kapfinger. Olaf Vaz, I should go all the way around. Yes, he has.
And now Benjamin Mazat is making the move for the lead.
And he has done so. Olaf Vaz trying to come back on the exit of turn 1. Will give him the outside, just like Lucas Stiefelhagen had a lap ago. And he couldn't make it stick. Neither can Olaf Vaz. Benjamin Mazat is now up into P1. Olaf Vaz for the first time in this race down to P2. He was in this position during the start as well, so he knows exactly what it takes to get back up into P1 to Olaf Vaz. And because of that, is now still in third. It's going to be close though across the line between these two. Who's going to be P2? It's going to be Patricia Stalidzane by 14 thousandths of a second. Looking up the rear end of the car. It's a tricky braking zone there. You start by turning and braking at the same time. It's not an easy part of the track, and once again that part of the track catches her out. I did think I saw a bit of a mistake there from Benjamin Mazat. The outside though, is that the moment where she loses the win in this race, or at least the lead? Once again, contact between those two. Look at this pack. We have at least
and Lucas
9 cars.
Goes up to the lead.
How did he do that? How many cars did he overtake in one corner?
There as well.
Benjamin Mazat is still in P2. Where's Patricia Stalidzane dropped down to? I think she's dropped down to P8 through this battle. Where, oh where, is Alex Gustafsson? Alex Gustafsson is P5. There he is on the left-hand side of screen. Here comes Julian Wörtele, a pole sitter for this race. It's going to go 3-1 into turn 1. 2 banks and 3 wide. I've never seen this before. No, Patricia Stalidzane gets turned. Contact into turn 1. And that was bound to happen with so many cars so close together.
8 cars at the same time, but now Lucas Stiefelhagen is leading, and it's pushed, I think, by Benjamin Mazat.
No, he won't be happy with that. Inside of turn 3 still, though. Benjamin Mazat is going extremely wide. Watch Julian Wörtele coming through on him too now.
And Maxim Dacher is in the fight as well, and he was turned around a few laps ago.
Well, that would be a underdog story if Maxim Dacher could get back to the lead. I've never seen this before. Lucas Stiefelhagen defending the inside on Julian Wörtele, going now onto the last lap of the race. It feels like we've seen about 2 hours of action in this race, and we are not done yet. We are just going on to the final lap of this race. If you have gone home already after DTM, oh boy, have you missed out.
The final lap board is out. Lukas Stiefelagen leads from Maxim Dacher, Julia Virtele, Benjamin Masatis and Alex Gustafsson, and it's half a second separating the top 5.
Anybody could win this race going into turn one final time. The inside from Maxim Dacher, no, not quite. Are we going to have the same top 3 that we had in race number 1? Patricia Stalizzano would have to climb up quite a couple of positions for that. Look at Alex Gustafsson making it 3 wide going into the chicane. No, he bails out of that one, and I think that's a smart decision too. But Lukas Stiefelagen somehow has found his way back into the lead of this race. I don't know how he's done it, but somehow he's gotten back, and that's what a championship leader does too. That's the moment where he shines, trying to break the slipstream now, but it looks like he has big enough of a gap. Maxim Dacher might be saving that push to pass for later on in this race. Here comes the last corner of this race then. Maxim Dacher gonna try and close up that gap, maybe using his push to pass coming out of the final corner. Lukas Stiefelagen or Maxim Dacher? No, it's going to be Lukas Stiefelagen who wins race number 2. The action we've had is crazy, but Lukas Stiefelagen wins race number 2 here at the Norisring. Maxim Dacher somehow finishes P2.
Absolut geil.
Und wie schon in Rennen 1, auch dieses Mal auf Platz 2, Maxim Dacher.
The Dutch national anthem for Lukas Stiefelagen. For the second time today we heard that. And so far it keeps up his streak of being on the podium every time this season. Our engineer handing out the trophy to Julian Virtele. Bennett Earl and Chanter watching the podium, and they would love to be up there. But today it's Maxim Dacher, Julian Virtele and Lukas Stiefelagen's turn to be up there. Of course, Maxim Dacher after a crazy race, second place for him. That is a feat in itself. But Lukas Stiefelagen managing to...
Just well. So P14 or something to P2.
Ja, das war mal ein verrücktes Rennen, gerade eben Rennen 2 hier auf dem Norisring. In der ersten Runde erstmal abgeschossen worden, würde ich mal schon sagen. Also ja, war ziemlich, also keine Ahnung, ich muss mir jetzt erstmal das Replay angucken, aber es sah nicht so super aus. Ja, jedenfalls dann von letzten Platz, glaube ich, war es, einmal wieder vorgefahren auf Platz 2. Das war echt ein verrücktes Rennen. Also ich glaube, das war das beste Comeback, was ich jemals hatte in einem Rennen. Und ja, bin einfach super zufrieden jetzt mit dem Platz 2. Fühlt sich fast an wie ein Rennsieg. Von daher, ja, freue mich einfach nur richtig jetzt auf morgen. Da ist ja nochmal ein Rennen und da heißt es wieder alles geben.
Maxim Dacher with the penalty he got yesterday dropped down the order. He's in P5. Alex Gustafsson in 6th. The 5 red lights are on the gantry. They're out. We're underway and racing. And it's Philip Dietrich with a good start. Benjamin Masatis immediately trying to move over to cover off Lukas Stiefelagen. But he's had a tremendous start. And he's already up into P2. Our championship leader chasing down P2 in the championship. Philip Dietrich into turn 1. Patricia Stalizzano all the way up the inside. And I have a feeling that she's going to take those positions. She's going to have to give those back up. She does so already on the exit of turn 1. Tried something, didn't work. Back onto the racing line now for Patricia. Nothing that really happened in turn 1. I think the top 3 has kept their positions as they went into turn 1. That's a big moment for Alex Gustafsson. It's rally style, drifting through turn 2. He's used to that obviously with his rally background. I think that was also the orange car of, Maxim Dacher, who had a sideways moment coming out of turn 3. Here comes Maxim Dacher Dacha though behind him. He's closing up on Lukas Stiefelhagen now. Will the two work together to catch back up to these two, or is Maxim Dacha gonna leave Alex Gustafsson in the dust and not gonna work together with him at all, trying to go for a move in turn one? These three line astern, no one really trying anything. They know that this is not the way to at least try and create themselves a gap to the chasing pack behind. Maxim Dacha did what I thought he was going to do. He's leaving Alex Gustafsson behind him, and he's going to chase down himself.
And the two yellow chasing cars of Alex Gustafsson and Benjamin Masatis is now closing up on the pack, chasing this third spot. And it looks like Maxim Dacher is making the move on the inside of Philip Dietrich. Yes, he does. Maxim Dacher up to P3 again, chasing his second podium it will be for the weekend after losing it out yesterday.
Yeah, Maxim Dacha, no stranger to the podium, especially after the weekend he had at Oschersleben. But Maxim Dacha, through turn one, able to close up that gap. Lukas Stiefelhagen maybe breaking a little early, catching out. The front three, though, still the same, still line astern. Maxim Dacha has closed up that gap. He was impressive yesterday, wasn't he? Dropped down to the complete rear of the field and, well, within 12 laps was able to catch back up to the lead battle and, well, was even able to look for a move for the lead. Lukas Stiefelhagen, he's under pressure though, looking up those rear tires constantly. Still though, the lead pack as close as ever. I think it's Stiefelhagen pulling to the inside of Patricia Stalizzana now. Those two have to watch out they don't get caught up in too much fighting. Patricia won't be able to move over to the left-hand side. Maxim Dacha will also pull to the inside to try and help Lukas Stiefelhagen through. And all of a sudden, instead of leading, Patricia Stalizzana is back down to third. And already having used the push to pass, that's not a great position to be in.
But is it like the Indy 500? You don't want to start the last lap leading.
Front of the field now, Maxim Dacha has overtaken Lukas Stiefelhagen. Patricia Stalizzana has closed right back up outside of Lukas Stiefelhagen now, trying to keep him busy in the mirrors. Maxim Dacha will love this feat behind him. If those two start fighting, it will only open up a gap to the front. Last corner of this racetrack. Here comes Lukas Stiefelhagen with the push to pass to the inside of the last corner. Patricia Stalizzana will look to try and play the waiting game inside of Maxim Dacha. Push to pass now on the exit of this corner. Where does Patricia Stalizzana end up? Second, third. It's Lukas Stiefelhagen who's going to win another race. He's going to make it a triple this weekend. Maxim Dacha pulls next to him, but it's not enough. Lukas Stiefelhagen wins race number 3 of the weekend as well. Maxim Dacha in second. Patricia Stalizzana in third. Everyone standing up. Put your hands together for these 18 gladiators, because they have provided you with some of the best racing action you've seen this weekend, if not the best.
Ja, willkommen hier zum letzten Tag vom Norisring Rennwochenende. Erstmal schlechte Nachrichten zu Beginn. Gestern nach der super Aufholjagd von Platz 17 auf Platz 2 habe ich nachträglich noch eine 10 Sekunden Zeitstrafe bekommen, die mich dann auf Platz 13 zurückgeschossen hat. Das heißt, da keine Punkte, ich musste mein Pokalschild früh abgeben. Ja, die Strafe hat eigentlich nicht wirklich jemand verstanden. Also alle haben auch gesagt, dass die einfach viel zu hoch ist. Aber ja, ist halt jetzt am Ende so. Und jetzt war am Ende noch Rennen 3. Das war eigentlich ziemlich gut, von Platz 5 gestartet. Habe auch mal eine kurze Zeit das Rennen angeführt. Leider einen kleinen Fehler gemacht mit der letzten Runde. Ich habe dieses Board, was sie raushalten, nicht gesehen mit Final Lap und wollte meine Push-to-Pass dafür die letzte Runde aufheben. Und plötzlich habe ich aber dann die karierte Flagge gesehen. War halt am Ende ein bisschen unglücklich, aber Platz 2 trotzdem noch. Bin sehr zufrieden, habe viele gute Punkte mitnehmen können. Ich glaube, an dem Wochenende konnte ich auch zeigen, was in mir steckt. Von daher, ja, alles gut. Dann vielen Dank fürs Zusehen von dem Video. Und dann geht es dann bald weiter mit dem Nürburgring. Und da freue ich mich auch schon wieder richtig doll drauf.
You're now second in the championship going into the Nürburgring. You're 61 points behind. It's a big gap, but it's not impossible. We saw that last year also with Kelvin de Gordon, Victor Nielsen. Do you still believe in the championship?
Yes, of course. It's the goal. So yeah, Nürburgring, I know the track. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Ich wollte die Zuschauer noch rein.